I wanted to cover two things. One was social CRM, and the other was this whole area, if you will, of key trends as we head out in the next 5 or so years, 5, 10 years, something like that. So social CRM. I wrote one of my monthly columns a couple of weeks ago, and it was titled something like, "Why Such Confusion in Social CRM?" Because in 25 years, I've never seen such confusion. And I sit back and ask why. And part of the reason is, these are tough economic times. Social CRM broke in, during, again, tough time. Vendors are trying to carve out space and mind share. And so the question is it a new thing that is on the market, or is it a continuation of something that already exists? And I would humbly submit to you that it is grounded, and can only be grounded, in the core of CRM. And as the definition says on the screen, this is a business approach whereby we put into place good customer-facing business processes, and we talked about them in the conference. They could be lead generation, qualification, tracking and follow-up. They could be sales pipeline management. They could be sales performance management. There's lots of processes that you do on a day-to-day basis. You put those into place. You spend a whole lot of time, money, and effort convincing people that it's in their best interest to use those processes because it makes them more efficient and the company more effective. And then and only then could we ever talk about technology as the pencil or the tool that drives efficiency into a process. And if we think about that as the successful approach to maximize relationship with customers, then when we turn to the concept of social CRM, we still have those processes that need to be put into place. We still have the convincing, as our distinguished last speaker told us, to convince the people of the value of process improvement or enhancement. And then we have the pleasure of choosing software applications that will support those processes. And what social CRM then does is nothing more than integrate what is an increasingly social customer into the CRM definition. So you'd ask, well, what does that mean? Well, at the core of the successful CRM initiatives is what is the customer profile. That is the way we seamlessly collaborate information across sales, marketing, customer service, the executive team, etc. And the profile is what has changed under social CRM. So here's an old profile. And if we had, this is a company, in fact, it's a Boston company, a very successful, it just IPO'd, in fact. And we had the pleasure of working with them. And this is a profile. Think of it as a daisy. Put the customer in the center of the daisy. You have petals of information around the customer, and you figure out what do we need to know as sales guys and gals, marketing people, customer service. What do we need to know holistically about that customer? And a good profile takes 12 to 18 months to construct, so you put some good thought into it. We're going through that exercise right now with Marriott Corporation. What does Marriott put in the customer profile of a reward member over the next 4 years in their roadmap that we're developing for them? So you should all have this. This is something that's at the core of every successful CRM initiative, SFA initiative, is a profile. So let's be critical. What's wrong with the profile? What's wrong with the profile is it's static. If you go around the horn, and by the way, this is a pretty good profile, what customer information? Pretty static. What products have they bought? Pretty static. What's their financial value to us? Pretty static. When did they last complain? Pretty static. What are marketing campaigns they've received? Pretty static. Now, this is tremendous information, and every company has to have this on every customer, or you'd be foolish to call upon that customer, or some subset of this. But the problem with it, it's about the past. And what social CRM does is it simply adds a new pedal. And that new pedal is the social media pedal. And that social media pedal clues us into the emotional or sentimental side of the customer. It scrapes or harvests data from a variety of different social sources and puts it inside the profile.